In this little video I will show you how to create an API interface in a Microsoft ASP.NET Core application. So what you see here is my ASP.NET Core application with my controllers, and I have inside there some projects. I'm creating now this example. And now when I started to debug, then I will see a list of stuff. So this is my web interface, my website, also available as this one, projects, index all. That's my default routine where it goes to a method. Now what I want in an API interface is I want to get the data from a WPF or from a Universal Windows Platform app or from my smartphone. I only want the data from there. So we need not the browser, we need an API stuff. We create under controllers a new folder which is API. And inside the folder, inside this folder, we add now by two ways. One is, I say, create a new item. There's a add new item. Then we take the template from there, ASP.NET Core API controller class. So I create now values controller 1. So this is, if we say here API. In the filter, then you see that's the only selection that you may take. I added values controller 1. Now you see that's a boilerplate, a structure where you may start. You see there it implements the namespace in this case freelance controllers API. So this is the folder controllers API. And then it says that's the route where to navigate, and we have here HTTP get, post, put, delete. And as you see there, we have it created this file in this folder. The other way how you may solve that point is, let's stop. I already created this one. You may go there and say add a scaffolded item. So this is a more dense application selection. So you have here the API controller empty. So when I started in this point, then I get, let's say in this case, default controller. Now projects the same. Now you get a different template. And this template, where is it? That's the default API template where you have all those special methods, simply API projects get and put and so on. And in here you have a more, also have the decision that it's a JSON, and so that's empty stuff, empty controller. So there are two ways to create that stuff. First, I decided, in my case, to take the scaffolded stuff, and now what you have to do in this point is, starting from the empty, from this point, now it's empty. You see, you have to enter there this point. You need the application DB context. So when you get your data, you simply what you have to do, you have to copy this this code and drop it into your class. So that's the project controller. Inside this class, copy this the initialization, and then you have your database. So it gets the data from your database, your connected database, which is here under data application DB context. And then you may create manually your methods, with which you may run your client. So in this case, I said, okay, give me a list, simply a list of something, of a project model. So this is my project model. I have here my connected data. Here's my, I said, okay, I have here some stuff inside my table. There's a ID, title, and so on, and I don't want to care about that. I said, okay, that's my model, and I said, create me a list of this model, and then I said in link, this one, that's link or database connectivity. I said, okay, give me a link, make a query, variable query, drop all the first 50 results in there, and then make a list with that stuff, with a data list, as a data list called data list in this case, and convert it to this point and make a return. Now when I run it, that's all what you have to do. It's quite simple code. Now we started in this point. Now this was project, that's the first one. And now when I go the way API, API projects, then I get the same stuff with this simple code as a JSON list. So now I create a Universal Windows Platform app, and then I link to this URL, and then I will get all the results which I need for my case. So you see, we take at this point that's the code which you will find on my platform. Let's see here first. .NET Ready. I've dropped that code in there in English. Here, that's the code, and you will find that code. Simply take that code and adapt it to your own application. Take the application context, the initialization, CTOR, project controller is the same like this one, and then make your methods where the system may react. And where is it? Now that's the point. Yeah, I will drop it on there, and you may adapt it to your site, and then you create your client, and you enter this URL into your web request.